Welcome, Anomalies, to a Pokemon Nuzlocke challenge. This Nuzlocke will be on the Pokemon Sapphire game, and it will be divided into chapters. The rules I'll be following for this Nuzlocke will be posted below in the description. Before I start my adventure, I quickly go into the options menu so I can change the battle style from from switch to set, and then rush through the tutorial by setting the clock in my room, missing my dad on the news, and meeting my neighbor and rival of the game, May. With this out of the way, I check my trainer card for my ID number and for the following rules for this Nuzlocke. Since the last digit of my ID is a 6, I'll be using the fire type starter, Torchic. Once I scratch the Poochyena away and me and Professor Birch get back to his lab, he gave me the Torchic I just fought with and I nicknamed him Blaze. After this, I started heading for Route 103 for my rival battle. On the way there, while battling wild Pokemon, Blaze did level up to level 6, but his HP was under halfway before getting to May, so I decided I should head into Odale to heal quickly, and I paid for this service in compliance with the rules, and then it was time for my first rival battle. The battle did go over smoothly and simply, being the first one of the game. A few scratches from Blaze knocks out May's Mudkip, defeating my rival for the first time, and leveling Blaze to level 7 and teaching him Focus Energy. With the battle finished, we head back to the professor's lab where he hands me my Pokédex and May gives me 5 Pokeballs. Once I step outside, my mom gives me my running shoes and my Nuzlocke has now officially begun. I head straight for the grass on Route 101 for my first encounter, and it's a Wurmple. Blaze used a scratch against her to lower her HP and to make her easier to catch, and Blaze ended up landing a critical hit, but luckily it didn't knock out the Wurmple. So once I captured her, I nicknamed her Bugsby, and then I headed on to Route 103 for my next encounter, which was a Zigzagoon. Not the greatest of Pokemon, I would have preferred a Wingull. But after this, that was okay. I caught him and named him Ziggy because he'll make use for good NHM Pokemon. From here, I headed on to 102 and I got the first 2 trainer battles done, and then I started out for my encounter. For this route, it was another Wurmple, and since I have Bugsby already, I let Blaze knock this one out for the extra experience. I then healed again in Oldale Town, and then I continued through 102's trainer battles. I also gave Blaze an Oranberry at this point to hold so it can help him continue through the battles without having to go back to heal as much. Once I make it through to Petalburg City, I head into the gym so I can get through the scene with Wally catching his first Pokemon, and then it's time for Route 104's encounter. And actually here I got pretty lucky because my encounter was a Wingull. Not only is it good for a flying Pokemon, like to use for that HM, but it's also a water type, which will help me for the first gym. So I captured him and I named him Flappy. With the battles here finished, I headed into the woods for my next encounter, and it's a Silcoon. I was going to capture her, but I decided against it as Bugsby is already on the team. Once Flappy took her out, I continued through the woods and made it to my first battle against the Team Aqua Grunt. The Grunt led with a level 9 Poochyena, and Flappy led for me. Since Flappy is at 3 health though, I decided I should swap him out on round 1 for Blaze, and the Poochyena landed a tackle, bringing Blaze to 14 HP. But he then ate his Oranberry, bringing his health back up to 24. Blaze starts round 2 off with an Ember, bringing the Poochyena to a 3rd HP, and the Poochyena ends the round with a Sand Attack, dropping Blaze's accuracy. But on the 3rd round, Blaze lands a Scratch, knocking out the Poochyena and defeating the Aqua Grunt. Once I'm through the woods and back out on the other side of Route 104, I grab the berries and TM09 Bullet Seed. I then plant the remaining 3 Oranberries I have in my bag, and I grab the Whalmer Pail so that I can water them. And then I defeat the remaining trainers on my way to Rustboro City. I also had my first double battle of the adventure here, which went over without any problems. Once inside Rustboro City, I grabbed HM01 Cut, healed up my team, and then headed into the gym to deal with the trainers before the leader. The battle themselves did go over easily enough for Flappy, but before doing the battle against Roxanne, I decided I should head back onto Route 104 to the grass so I could train Flappy up some more. Once I spent some time growing Flappy up to level 15 in the grass, I headed back to Rustboro City Gym though to face off against Roxanne. Roxanne started the battle off with a level 14 Geodude, and Flappy leads for me and starts their battle off with a critical hit water gun, knocking out the Geodude and starting this battle off very strong. Roxanne then sends out her level 15 Nose Pass, and Flappy again starts off their battle with a water gun and again lands another critical hit. But unfortunately this wasn't enough to knock out the Nose Pass and it just barely survived it. Then she ended the round with a Harden, raising her defense. Roxanne starts the third round off with a potion, healing her Nose Pass back to 2/3 health, and Flappy landed another water gun, but the Nose Pass again survived it. We repeated this for round 4 again, but on the 5th round, Flappy started off with one more water gun, and this was enough to knock out the Nose Pass and defeat Roxanne, securing me the first badge of the game. With the stone badge in hand though, I can now use Cut outside of battle, and Roxanne also handed me TM39 Rock Tomb. So this concludes Chapter 1 of the Pokemon Sapphire Nuzlocke. Remember, Anomalies, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and smash the subscribe button so that you can be notified on all future videos, and we'll catch you on the next one.